Is it, as I've been told, that the president is too scared to take this issue on? Has Donald Trump wimped it? I'm not calling the president a coward, but is he intimidated that the president is too scared, that the president is too scared, that the president is too scared?
That's why I like Ross Coulthart, man. He calls it like he sees it. Anyways, you guys, where do you think UFOs are going to hide if they're going to hide? We all have to assume it's going to be in the ocean. We have less than 10% of the ocean searched, right? So if you're going to hide, oceans are going to be the perfect place to do so. Here on this episode, we're going to take a look into USOs. Check it out.
If you wanted to be undisturbed, where you wouldn't go in the middle of New York City or Knoxville, Tennessee, you'd go, although there's some strange things I've seen here, you would go where you would be least disturbed. And so the most unexplored area and the vastness of our great oceans is kind of hard to comprehend at some point.
You've speculated about 5 or 6 bases of non-human entities. Where did you get that number from?
From some Navy officials that had, in fact, had broached that subject to me. I always remember the last thing this one fellow said, because you've been in my office, but you come in one door and you can go out the other if you choose. And nobody ever does. They just go out the entrance they came up. He chose to go out the other door so he could kind of get away from all the other. And the last thing he said was, he looked at me and said, "Tim, they're real."
Now, this next clip is interesting because we have been seeing a lot of sightings off the coast of Catalina, and we're seeing lights underneath the water. We're seeing lights that are so big, they're estimated to be city size. Over 200 feet. We're seeing some over 200 feet, the size of a city. They are ginormous, and we are seeing these, and we are seeing these more frequently today than we have before. So we're going to take a look at this clip here. We're going to have an eyewitness, somebody that has seen these lights and what their thoughts are about this particular phenomenon.
While I was actually filming these lights, my friend called me on the telephone, asked me if I was okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, well, I see lights out there. And I thought they might have been flares, like you were shooting flares out. Because she knows my past and that I've had I've been stuck on boats stranded out in the ocean before. So she's just reassuring that I wasn't stuck on a boat.
So she could see them all the way from Catalina. We'll talk about the video first. So you have this amazing video of these kind of, would you describe them as orangish, amberish spheres, orbs?
Yeah, they look like miniature galaxies, to tell you the truth, yeah.
Okay.
Like when you're looking inside of them? Or what do you mean they look like a...
Like if you saw a picture of a galaxy, there's like this spiral, like, I don't know, misty looking of stars or whatnot going on in there.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Your day job, you're a boat captain, correct?
Yeah, I do sport fishing charters here out of Dana Point Harbor.
Okay, how long have you been piloting boats?
I've been taking boats out of this harbor since I was a little kid. So like there's the houses on the cliff right over there. Those were always blocking my view. No, I grew up in this neighborhood, so this is like my backyard right here.
Okay, so many years of doing this. And that's what really interests us with your case, because how long would you say the total duration from when you saw these things? You have a couple minutes on that video, but if you were to say from start to stop on one set of those orangish lights, how long were they up in the air?
Probably I was witnessing them flying close to my boat for about 10 minutes. There's some smaller ones off in the distance you don't see in the video, but it started out like as 3 orbs that were close together like in a triangular pattern, and they'd all kind of they were changing colors from red, black, orange, some weird oddball stuff, and they would merge together as one, and then they'd split off. There'd be 2 of them, then there'd be 1, then there'd be 3 of them. And at certain points, they'd just disappeared altogether and would just reappear. They'd drop down close to the water, like right above the water, and started coming towards me.
Really?
Until they finally just disappeared, and it looked like they disappeared down into the ocean at that point.
In this particular clip, in Reality Check, they talk about the documentary Age of Disclosure. Marco Rubio was featured in that, and Marco Rubio now appears to be backtracking on what he said in the documentary. like what he's saying now isn't what he was saying in the documentary. Kind of interesting how he's backtracking. It doesn't give you a lot of confidence in the fact that disclosures is coming anytime soon. So check this out. Let me know what you think.
Age of disclosure. It came out. People are seeing it. We've got a question on X from Guitar and Jits. Please ask him about Marco Rubio's latest comments on the age of disclosure from the Fox Hannity interview with Marco Rubio. His comments don't inspire any confidence.
I agree. I mean, I think, frankly, it's clear Marco Rubio, in his interview with Sean Hannity, has acknowledged that the interview was done, he said 3 or 4 years ago. That's not true. It was about 2 years ago. My understanding is it was the winter of 2023. He knew full well what he was saying, and I'm told by people close to the project that he was fully aware of the edits and how his views were being represented. It's perhaps unfortunate that now that he's the acting National Security Advisor as well as the Secretary of State, I would find it very hard to believe that Marco Rubio has not been briefed, read in, i.e. security briefed into the legacy program. If he hasn't been, then that's another reason why the Trump administration needs to take the so-called deep state very, very seriously indeed. If I was actually frustrated, I'll be honest, with Sean Hannity's interview because I was waiting for him to ask Marco Rubio, as acting National Security Advisor, have you been briefed? Have you been read in or told anything about the UAP legacy program? What's his name? Brett Baer on Fox did an excellent interview recently where he went into some of the detail with Dave Grush about what Dave allegedly discovered during his research into the legacy program. There was an open opportunity there for Fox to basically ask the question, which is, Mr. Acting National Security Advisor, Mr. the guy who advises the president on national security, have you been briefed on UAPs? And of course, we didn't get that question asked, so we didn't get that answer. And it worries me because there was the usual kind of nervous titter that happens whenever questions get asked about UAPs, and I don't know why that's the case. The thing that got most people excited about Marco Rubio's statements was that Michael Schellenberger, a friend of this show and a friend of mine, did a very good piece where he interviewed an anonymous senior advisor to Marco Rubio who was quoted as saying, "We are headed towards massive disclosure." Now, he didn't say who this advisor was. It's not clear whether that statement was authorized by Marco Rubio. But I have to be honest, I'm not seeing even a whiff, a skerrick, a hint of anything coming from the Trump administration.
Look, when it comes to Marco Rubio and the Trump administration, people keep talking about how Trump, he's going to be the guy. He's going to, disclosure this, disclosure that. He said it when he was running for president. He's going to disclose the UFO information to the public, to the people. I don't think he will. Unfortunately, I don't think he will. Now that you look at what Marco Rubio has said and how he's following through or not following through with what he had said when he filmed The Age of Disclosure, is just confirmation that this administration doesn't have any intention of releasing this information to the public. I hate to say it. I don't want to be a naysayer. I like to be cautiously optimistic with things. I don't like to just go, just full in right away and then be disappointed at the end. So, and this one here, I'm not even cautiously optimistic that this is going to come to fruition with this administration. I feel like transparency is going to have to be forced out of them, which is why I make these videos and stuff like that, because I want to just push this out to as many people as I can. Like-minded people, and I just don't have any faith in this administration that they're gonna give us anything. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe as always if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.